Between 1967 and 1970, Nigeria was engulfed in a brutal civil war that pitted the federal government against the secessionist state of Biafra. This conflict, often referred to as the Nigerian-Biafran War, was marked by intense violence, widespread suffering, and unforgettable quotes from those who lived through it. Today, we delve into the words of officials, soldiers, and observers who witnessed the horrors of this 30-month fratricidal war. One of the most chilling quotes from the war came from Benjamin Adekunle, commander of the 3rd Marine Commando Division of the Nigerian Army. In a statement to a French radio reporter, he said, "I want to see no Red Cross, no Caritas, no World Council of Churches, no Pope, no missionary, and no UN delegation. I want to prevent even one Igbo from having even one piece to eat before their capitulation. We shoot at everything that moves, and when our troops march into the center of Igbo territory, we shoot at everything, even at things that do not move." These words reflect the brutal tactics employed during the conflict, where starvation was used as a weapon of war. The humanitarian crisis that unfolded during the war was devastating. General Alex Madiebo, recalling his experiences in Ikot Ekpene in July 1968, said, "I saw several hundred of zombie-like creatures, men, women, and children, lying, sitting, or squatting in the midst of others who were dead. The living ones were completely reduced to skeletons and could not talk. I was seeing for the first time kwashiorkor. Frankly, I took fright. I believe that any foreign troops from anywhere in the world occupying Ikot Ekpene or any other town in Biafra would have shown much more sympathy. The images of starving children became a symbol of the war's inhumanity. Propaganda played a significant role in the conflict. The theme song of Radio Kaduna, a government-controlled station, echoed the sentiments of many. "Let us go and crush them. We will pillage their property, despoil their womenfolk, kill off their menfolk, and leave them uselessly weeping. We will complete the pogrom of 1966. This rhetoric fueled the hatred and violence that characterized the war." International observers also weighed in on the conflict. Dr. Connor Cruz O'Brien, writing in the New York Review on December 21, 1967, noted, "Unfortunately, this Gowon's enlightenment at the top level does not penetrate very deep. A Lagos police officer was quoted last month as saying that the Igbos must be considerably reduced in number. This statement highlights the deep-seated ethnic tensions that fueled the war. British writer Frederick Forsyth, in a report dated January 21, 1969, described the dire conditions in Biafra. 650 refugee camps contained about 700,000 haggard bundles of human flotsam waiting hopelessly for a meal. Outside the camps was the reminder of an estimated 4.5 to 5 million displaced persons. The kwashiorkor scourge affected 1.5 million children, with a forecast death toll of another 300,000 children, more than the pogroms of 1966, more than the war casualties, more than the terror bombings. It was the experience of watching helplessly their children waste away and die that gave birth to a deep and unrelenting loathing. It is a feeling that will one day reap a bitter harvest unless—" Forsyth's words underscore the long-lasting trauma inflicted by the war. On the Biafran side, General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the leader of the secessionist state, delivered several powerful statements during the war. Here are some of his most memorable quotes. 1. The history of the world is a chronicle of oppression. 2. Since oppression is maintained by force, it is only possible to remove that oppression by a counterforce. 3. We do not ask for pity. We make no apologies for the social phenomenon known as the Biafran Revolution. Rather, we proclaim with pride the inevitability of our struggle, the indestructibility of our people, and the assured finality of our success. 4. Biafra is a child of circumstance. His existence and survival are always a marvel, sometimes bordering on a miracle. His life is a tribute to man. His courage is his endurance, and his ingenuity is his humanity. 5. For unity to be meaningful, it has to be creative, not the unity of Jonah in the whale, but the unity of holy matrimony. The first can only lead to defecation, the second to procreation. 6. If a leader accepts himself as already dead to society, there will be no reason for cowardice in his leadership. 7. What I have become in this struggle is the mouthpiece of my people. I go where they push and no more. 8. We are humans. We live. We fight. Fight because the decision to be free is a decision taken freely and collectively. Because to become involved in violent struggle for freedom is the only honor left to an oppressed people, threatened with genocide. Because in the final analysis, the only true bulwark against death is to live. Biafra rejects death. Biafra lives. Ojukwu's words reflect the resilience and determination of the Biafran people. On November 26, 1969, the U.S. State Department issued an intelligence note predicting the end of the war. The document stated, due in part to lack of effective leadership, the federal military has consistently failed to overrun the enclave. Nevertheless, federal troops are only 20 to 25 miles from the two principal Biafran airfields and less than 10 from field artillery range of these essential lifelines to the outside world. A collapse could come in a week, a month, or the better part of a year. This prediction proved accurate as the war eventually ended in January 1970 with the surrender of Biafra. General Yakubu Gowon, the Nigerian head of state during the war, made several statements before, during, and after the conflict. Some of his notable quotes include, "We have no enemy. The Igbos are not our enemy. I swear to you, there will be no genocide, no settling of old scores, no punishments. I intend to return Nigeria to civilian rule. I promise that as soon as reconstruction is underway, I will call a constituent assembly to consider an overhaul of the country's political structure." Despite these assurances, the war left deep scars on the nation. The Nigerian-Biafran Civil War was a tragic chapter in history, marked by unforgettable quotes that reveal the human cost of conflict. As we reflect on these words, let us remember the lessons of the past and strive for a future where such suffering is never repeated. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you in the next video.